give me a verbal indication if you can see the presentation, please.
We can see it, Thomas.
All right, thank you. So good morning. I'm going to hand it over to Randy in our group to start us off. Randy, please.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday morning. So group 3, we decided to do a database project on a pharmacy management system. In this presentation, we're kind of going to show you guys what we look to address that, and then some of the design aspects that we considered in this project. If you want to jump to the next slide, thank you. So some of the main objectives that we wanted to tackle with this project was really to streamline and make more efficient a system for the processing of prescriptions in a hospital pharmacy. So some of the things we're looking at here are reducing paperwork, improving employee efficiency, increasing patient convenience, customer satisfaction, things of that nature. Thomas, if you can jump to the next slide. So some of the things that we're looking at here, we had, in old school pharmacy, before you had databases and computers, you'd have paper orders. Keeping track of that, it's difficult to do. It's time consuming. It takes up space. There's limited visibility within the current status of an order. Patients aren't able to see what's going on. There's really a lot of downsides to it. So we wanted to market this to the doctors, patients, pharmacy staff, and go digital, create an application and a program they can use to track their prescriptions. So as I said, jump back for me there. Thanks, Thomas. So as I said, one of the other problems is, it's not clear who is doing what order, what step in the order process the order is, whether it's been entered if it's been received by the pharmacy, if there's insurance errors, things like that. The patient wouldn't have any visibility on this on a traditional system. So the digital system will address this. And then within the pharmacy, the staff has increased visibility. Also, the pharmacist is able to see where the order is, who's working on it, make sure the prescription, the insurance is going through correctly, and it also helps verify drug interaction. There's potential to add verification of drug interactions in the digital system also. You can go to the next slide, Thomas. So just kind of highlight some of those details, quicker prescription fulfillment, less errors. Everyone involved in the process has better updates in the status, including the pharmacy staff, the doctors, and the patients. We have a dashboard where pharmacy manager is able to track inventory and how many orders are coming through per day. There's insurance information management and some other features that we'll show off in the demo. And now I'm going to kick it off to Thomas. Thank you, sir.
Hi, thanks, Randy. So before we go on, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we work together and how we developed in this project. So we used an iterative, or what I would call an agile-like approach. So what I mean by that is we didn't strictly use Agile Scrum and things like, the ceremonies like stand up or planning poker or those kind of things, but we kept Agile principles in mind as kind of our guiding light. So by that, I mean, we focused on sort of delivering small increments of continuous value. And then when we did those different steps, we would kind of iterate on that. We would get feedback from the whole team, maybe make some changes, not go too crazy, get things good enough, and then move on to the next step. So design thinking was also in the back of our minds. What's the goal? Get the feedback, get the design, iterate on that, as I said before. So as we go in, you can see we have a little, circles showing that we go from space to pace, And within each cycle, we iterated, and even in the entire thing, we iterated. So there were some times when we were doing development, for instance, that we had to go back and change the table design a little bit. So, we kept going forward, little bit value each time. We kept moving forward. So an example of that, screenshots aren't that great. They're a little small. I realize that. So you'll see the real final deal in the demo we do later. But for example, we started with original idea of doing a whole hospital system, and then kind of looking at the ERD, we thought, well, maybe we'll just lessen the scope. Again, the idea of delivering a small increment of value. Let's just limit this to pharmaceuticals and prescriptions, and then deliver that to our customers, see if they like it. And if they do, we could expand the scope later on if needed. So, we have 4 things. We actually did more iterations of this than is shown. So, but you see, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the final iteration of the ERD in Knack. So we also did requirements analysis along the way, of course, kind of a business analysis assessment. Again, we didn't use like a formal tool like Jira or anything like that, but we did kind of map out what functionality we wanted, the as is and the to be states. And again, the foremost thing in our minds was, how do we add value to what exists now to what is going to be? So the focus was, can we just make a cool app that does functionality because we can show off? No. What's going to deliver value for the customer? And so now I'd like to hand it over to Pooja, who is going to start our demo of the live app. Pooja, would you please?
Thank you, Thomas. Let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, guys? Give me thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm explaining the Knack Builder part of our application, e-pharma management system. And these are the tables which we are used in our application. So first one is the patient table. Patient table contains all the patient details. And second one is the insurance table. Insurance table contains all the insurance details. Next one is the doctor table. Doctor table contains doctor ID, doctor name, address, email information, contact details, specialty, and we have given the connection patient from patient table. Then moving ahead with pharmacy table. Pharmacy table contains all the pharmacy detail. Then medicine table. Medicine table contains the medicine name, cost, manufacturer, medicine stock, expiration date, and this is the precaution details, etc. Then next table is pharma staff. The pharma staff contain the staff ID details and staff designation. Next table is RX order table. So RX order table contain order ID, order date, and we have given some connections from pharmacy, medicines, and order ID patient is the text formula we added. Next table is the bill table. Bill table contains receipt number, payment type, payment date, and we added one formula. Just I show you. So it will show the bill RX order, medicine quantity into the cost per each tablet, and the tax percentage we have given here. These are some roles, user roles we added. The admin role is for manage pharmacies and manage doctors. Then hospital staff handle the patient registration, add insurance details. Doctor role can handle create RX order. Then pharma manager can handle manage medicines and manage pharma staff. Then pharmacy staff is handle the handling order and generate the bill. These are some pages we created. Homepage contains the contact information and some images. Dashboard contains the reports. Then patient page contains the patient registration and add insurance details. Doctor page contains the create order detail. Then pharmacy page contains the handle order and the generate bill, which handled by the pharmacy staff. And then the pharmacy manager handle the manage pharmacy and manage medicines. So we secure these pages by the roles. And the admin page contains the manage pharmacies and manage doctor information. So I will hand over to Aisha. Aisha will walk through the live app now. Aisha, can I go to live app?
Yes, thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our e-pharma management systems. Can you go to the please like that? Pooja, can you go to the live app? Yeah. So this is our homepage, which gives the dynamic view of our app. This is our contact information. And we don't have location because our application is a web-based, so we don't give the location information. And here are some tabs. Pooja, can you go to the admin tab? So here's the admin tab, which is secured, so only admin can access this. Can you go to the manage pharmacy and log in for me, please? So what admin will do, admin has to manage all the doctors and pharmacies. If there is a need to add any pharmacy, admin has to log in and put all the required information. As soon as he submit all the information, the pharmacy or the doctor information will appear in the grid here, and we can edit this information and as well as delete this information. So Pooja, can you go back? And same like doctor, admin can edit the doctor details too. If he wants to add or delete or edit any information, he can do from here. So the next tab will be the patient. So and the next the next tab is patient. So here the hospital staff will manage this page. Hospital staff will add in all the necessary information about the patient, and this required logins too. So here the hospital staff put all the necessary information in the form. As soon as he submits the form, all the information about the patient, like the name, date, email, and everything will appear in the grid. And here we can edit the grid and delete, and we have a delete option as well. So in the same tab, Pooja, can you go back? The hospital staff can manage all the information about the insurance too. Same thing, all the information, and this will appear in the grid. And we have again the option of edit and delete. And Pooja, can you go to the another tab, which will be the doctor? So here it is also secured, and only doctor can access this page. So as soon as the doctor put their information, he can access to this page, and he can create an order for the patient. Like here, he can select the pharmacy. As soon as he select the pharmacy, all the all the medicine that are available in that particular pharmacy will appear here. He can select any medicine, so whatever he wants to give to that patient, of course the quantity. So we can generate the bill, then patient name and ID, and we give ID and patient name both here. So if two patients have same name, so the ID will we can differentiate with the ID. And doctor names, because whoever is prescribing the order, and as soon as we submit the order will appear in the grid here. So, and we can, add it and delete here too. And it will show as soon as we submit the order, it will show the order is active. Now here comes the pharmacy part, because, and again, the pharmacy tab is also secured with the required login. So here the staff login to the page. Sorry. As soon as the staff log into the page, the pharmacy staff can see the order. Like here, we can see here is the order place, and he can prepare the order. So first he select his name, because we will show who's handling this order. And as soon he prepared the order, he will change the status to ready. When he and submit. When the order is ready, he needs to send the notification to the patient that your order is ready to be picked up. This is not functional because it's a trial version, and we will do a work in future. So after that order is ready, when patient comes to pick up, the pharmacy staff needs to generate the bill. So again, we have to generate the bill. We have to select the ID or the patient name. As soon as we select the ID or the patient name, the medicine on that order will appear automatically, and we will select that order, the medicine, and the payment type and date and day will be auto populated. And as soon as you submit the order, submit the bill, the bill will be come up in this grid, and you can see the amount what they paid. And if the pharmacy staff wants to generate another bill, he can upload the bill or reload the bill again, and we can edit and delete from here too. So now the next part, can we go to the dashboard? So here, only the manager can log into the dashboard. So here's the pie chart on the dashboard first. We have a pie chart for the sold medicine that is showing the percentage of each medicine sold. And on the right side of the screen, we have the order count per day. And here you can see on April 4, we received the most orders. The next view is the calendar, which we can see, the date, day, and time of each order. And you can see this part, this day we received the most orders. And the next is, again, pie chart for the payment type that clearly showing most of the people preferred cash for their payment. And in the last on the bottom right, we have a total sale line chart where we can see sale for each day. So that's all from my side. And from here, my teammate Thomas will take over. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. So we have one more slide to share. Give me a second, and I will get that up for you. So our final slide is, what's the future of this web app? Well, we talked a lot about future enhancements. Again, that would be dependent on, okay, we give the application to our customers or stakeholders, get their feedback. But a few of the things that we came up on our own was we didn't yet get the billing system to concatenate more than one order into one bill. So that's definitely something we'd want to work at. Some smaller things like adding cancel options to creating different records. Now, if you want to back out of it, you can hit the back button, but having a cancel button might be a little more elegant for the user. As Aisha said, we didn't get the email notification thing actually functional and working, but we would do that. We'd also do some more transparency for the patient so they could see more step-by-step in the process where their prescription is. Then adding inventory control would be a bigger thing that we might add as an epic to our backlog. So we could even use possible forecasting so that a pharmacy manager can take a look at when is this in the future medicine going to either expire or run out of stock. So if that happens, they could, ahead of time when they might have to order medicine, or really in the future, we could even possibly automate that so that the forecasting or the stock keeping would automatically order those medicines for us. So that's just a few ideas of what could happen in the future. And that's what we have for the app. Thank you very much for letting us entertain you, I hope, with our presentation. And now I'll open it for questions.
Yeah, first of all, great work. Great work. It looks like we were watching movies. So first of all, thank you for the coordination, communication among teams. You guys did it down. Awesome job and congratulations. So question for you, Thomas, Andy, and others. How did you guys plan it? Such a beautiful application you designed in a short period of time.
And like we said,
okay, yeah, Thomas, you can
go ahead. Yeah, like I said,
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to step on you. Yeah, as you mentioned in the presentation, we kind of came up with an idea. I had an ERD that Tushar, you liked earlier. We're going to go with that with a hospital application, but decided we should narrow down the scope. But at every step, we kind of shared our work. Some people volunteered to do certain types of work, like ERD, and then they shared it through WhatsApp. And everyone gave criticisms or comments, and then we decided those, which changes we should incorporate. Just kept doing that step by step. So whoever felt they had the talent for whichever part, just stepped up and did it. We didn't have to pull anyone's teeth to actually get people to work on it. So I really appreciate my team members for that.
Very good, very good. So I think one thing I would like to know, how did you guys present such a beautiful way? Do you guys practice?
Yes, we practice. Like me and Pooja, we arrange the meetings because we are handling the demo part. So Pooja and me practice a lot on WhatsApp and the call and Google Meet, Zoom. So we can present.
So Fatima, this is your first project. How do you feel after completing your first project?
Yeah, it feels good. I was nervous, but Pooja helped me a lot. She encourages me, and yeah, it feels good. It's my first project.
So Pooja, what do you think? Working with this team, what did you learn? Pooja, you're in good. Pooja, can you hear us? This is in mute. Randy, what do you think? Working with this team, how's your experience?
I think it was really good. We had good coordination. Everyone worked well together. We, took the ERD from Thomas and were able to make some pretty useful and I think elegant upgrades to it to make a almost functional application. I said there's a few things we needed, like the email notifications, but overall, I think it works pretty well.
Yes, Pooja, we can hear you, Pooja. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning, everyone, and thank you. This is my first project presentation, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
So Pooja, like, what makes you different in the group? Like, I know it is the first project. Everyone has given similar challenge, similar time frame. How did you make a difference in your group? Pooja.
I like the teamwork, and I focused on Knack builder part actually more. Yeah, I like the technical part, so I focused on that table creations, the HTML code. So I put the HTML code, so marquee tag is there, one option. So the images are dynamic, and I added one video also.
Very nice. First of all, you guys did a wonderful job. You all should be proud and celebrate your success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Now we have last but not least.
We'll start the presentation. For the Wells Fargo, let's start with the introduction. We will discuss the objectives and goals. Also discuss the challenges of the Wells Fargo and also solutions for that. Then we will discuss the context diagram, data dictionary, business constraints, and ER diagram. And last, we will have the live app demo. Objectives. Automating the process associated with the daily financial transaction. Digitization reduces the number of steps and people involved in the transaction, reducing the risk of costly financial errors. Invest in security for verifying user identity and for making data and transactions secure. Develop consumer-centered business model, including a digital experience that differentiated them from the competition and that addresses new purchasing behaviors. The goal of this project was to propose solution introducing digital banking by proposing digital platforms to give customer great experience, smooth operations by having vendors, technology management to have vendor relationships, technology platforms to relate within departments of financial management, and joining fintech companies to bring better opportunities for customer and to adapt to the market. Now Irene will take over for the presentation. Irene?
Sorry, I was. Hello, everyone. Our context diagram is showing the relationship between the manager, the customer, and the employee. So the next one will be our data dictionary. In the data dictionary, we use the data concerning the customer and the employee. The customer data, the account number, customer first name, customer last name, address, email, and phone number and zip code. About the employee, we have the employee ID, employee name, job title, department, gender, age, hire date, CD, county, and exit data. For example, for the customer data, the customer have to use the customer first name, and we show that on the data dictionary at the example. For the business context, during our project, we use some business context such as require, which means data needed to be provided. The unique data can be repeated. Check intervalue to be validated, and default context that showing the value when entering data. I will hand it over to Dick. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? All righty. All right, wonderful. So as you see, we have the Wells Fargo, and our project is mainly on financial management. And shout out to my sister. She's a part of Wells Fargo, and she does program management. I felt that was a little too broad, so we went with financial management. And as you see, we have an ERD, and just going to go through it very simple and easy. Just we have a lot of situations when it comes to financial management of accounts being transactions one to many. You can have many transactions happening from many to one. Many things can happen with the customer. They can do many a transaction. So it was just trying to connect all of the employees, customer support, payments, vendors, bank accounts, bank entities, and everything together, and vendors at once. So also one of the biggest things I noticed You can't do financial management without having security. So that was also mentioned in here. And I'm going to go ahead and have Doris go ahead and take over for me.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
For the challenges faced in the financial management situations, we have acquisition of real-time data, which can be time-consuming if the system is using older and not up-to-date software programs, thereby leading finance teams working longer hours, pulling data from the system or having to work manually. There's little or no cash flow monitoring, which limits transparency into liquidity factors, thereby making forecasts to meet financial obligations like paying of salaries, loans, rent, supplies difficult. No or untimely precision planning, if not carried out on time, it could lead to overspending on wrong priorities, missed financial targets, increased financial risk, overlooked business opportunities. With excessive debts, if the debts too enormous, if the debts have enormous interest payments and they're excessive, it could lead to financial uncertainty, especially if the leaders cannot determine how much debt the business can responsibly take on. Tax compliance. They are operating on a global enterprise with no central system to manage accounts and pay on time. It will also bring them issues. Lack of collaboration between finance team and other departments reduces productivity and efficiency as it limits strategic planning and good decision making for the good of the system. The solutions, there has to be a routine update of all financial software and systems to ensure a good streamline of customers' experience while keeping data secure. There should be effective cash flow monitoring and strong cash flow, and a review of the strong cash flow, especially when it concerns transactions, debts, and terms of payments of loans. And there should be an up-to-date dashboard simplification to aid financial operations across different regions and navigate diverse regulatory environments. The tools and technologies we used, WhatsApp, we communicated most on WhatsApp to exchange ideas. We use Google Slides, Google itself, the Knack app, SQLDBM, Lucid. Roles and responsibilities. Project planning, which is completed by ER diagram. Starting to work on the application, working on application, the PPT, it was all jointly done. From here, I'm going to hand over to Ebony to start with the Knack application. Thank you.
Thank you, Doris, for handling me. So I can share my screen. Okay, here our application Wells Fargo. Everybody can see my screen.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here is our application builder. So as we have discussed about, like, we have 3 user roles. We have customers, employees who are working for this industry, and a manager who is going to manage everything. So we have like tables, we have add customers, so we have created different data types here. This our account number is unique and required, so we can use it as primary key and we can give connections later. We have created here one text formula, customer info, and show you in detail. So here we can see the account number with the first name and last name of the customer. And we have created connections here for the branch. So from which branch is the customer? And we have created a connection for the loan number, so we can get the knowledge of the customer has loan amount and everything. And we have created one equation here for the loan amount. Okay, so here is our equation to derive the total loan amount for this customer. Here we have employee table. So we have created connection here for the branch so that we can know which employees from which branch, and we have created also X formula for this. So we can here see the employee ID and name when we are using the connections. Here are different branches, and we have created connections for the transactions and payments. And our branch code is auto increment, so it is unique and we can use it as connection. Okay. These are our branches, and we have used it as a map, so you will see in details in live application as we have used in map. These are the loans for the customers. Yeah, I will show you in fields. Okay. So we have created a connection for branch and a customer with loan and the manager so that he can just access the management for the loan. And we have created equation here for the total amount. So the loan amount and interest rate. So we can get the total amount with interest. Okay, here. Here is the equation. So the loan amount and total interest rate. So this will give us total loan amount with the interest rate. These are our vendors. These are like the investors. Here our vendors list. You can see in detail. And this is for our payments. Okay. The payment number is auto increment and is unique. The payment number is auto increment and unique so that we can use it as. Okay, sir. I just explain some things, then we will go live. Yeah. And we have created multiple choice for the payment and connection to the employee. And these are the transactions. Here. And we have created logins for different logins for the customers, employee, and manager. Nowadays, security is challenging for the banking and this kind of services. So the customer only log in and he or she can only see for their details, not the other customers. And employee can access customers' details and they can see their details, and manager can access to everything. So now I will handle it. Okay, just a minute. Okay, data model. I can show you data model. Okay, so these our connections you can see here as Dex told you in ER diagrams. These are our difficult connections you can see here. And now I handle it over to Avni so she can show you the live application, how it is working. Thank you.
Thank you, Amni. Hello, everyone again. Let me share my screen. Okay, hope you can see my screen. We will start as a customer. We'll log in as a customer. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so here is a customer named Isla, where we can see her account number and other details like name, last name, address, email address, and the phone number. These are the other details where she might have taken the loan, what was the interest rate, loan amount, what is the payment method she is using, the payment type, also the payment amount and account balance she is having in her account. This is also one more detail for the customer, the loan number, the branch she got the loan from, and the loan type, and who was the manager. This is the payment calendar for each customer, where they can see what kind of payments they have made throughout the year. They can also check it by month, week, and day. We already added few records for the last 3 days, but somehow it's not showing up here. As a customer, I can also see what are other branches. So if I'm in other city, if I have to look for West Fargo branch near me, I can just type the zip code and I can just check that which branch is where. So this is the list for the branch, and also we also show the list here by the branch code, branch address, the phone number. This is the whole list. We have 20 branch list as of now. So this was the customer view. Now we will log out and we will log in as an employee. Okay, so this is the page for the employee, where I can see the welcome message, also my detail as what's my ID, my name, address, which branch I belong to, what is my job title. Here I can see the loan amounts for different branches, which branch has how many total of the loan. As an employee, I am able to add the customer if they wanted to open the account. So here is the detail for that. Also, I am able to see the list of all employees, all customers. This is the list where we have the account number, name, address, email, and phone. We also have added the button named view, the view thing, where when they click on the view, these details is come up. And if they want to edit any edit customer details or delete the customer details, they can do. Same thing with the branch. We also shown the branches on the side for the employees. So let me log out, and I will now log in as a manager so that we can see the dashboard. Okay, so this is my dashboard as a manager, Aurora Ali, where I can see the different types of loans have been taken, what's the percentage. So from this pie chart, we can see that almost student personal loan, business loan, and car loan has the same percentage. These are the account types. Here we can see that checking account has the most percentage. People are using more of the checking account, and then it's a savings. This is the payment pie chart where we can see the credit card has been the most used payment method. Transaction, which transaction has the more number, the total number is where based on our data added, we can see that checking account has the more total of the 12. This is the table where manager can see which branch has which kind of loan and in what amount. This is the calendar for the manager where he or she can see the payment method. Also, we have differentiated with the different colors. For example, check has the pink color, the cash has the red color, and if we click on that, we can see the details. That payment number was, what was the payment number, who was the customer, account time, the time, date, account type, and the method of the payment. As a manager, I should be able to add the employee, and also I am able to see the employee list from all over the database. Also here, if I click here, I can see the details of the particular employee, what's the age, gender, what was the hire date. Same with the customer. I'm able to add the customer and also look at the data of the customer and the branch. So this is our dashboard, and this is the app for the Wells Fargo. Let me log out, and thank you so much, everyone.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone. My name is Ria, and group 4, we are told that we needed to make a Knack application for Ascension Holy Family Hospital, which was completed by Masoom, myself, Jonas, and Roland. So some things that we're going to cover in today's presentation is our project overview and planning, our system design and documentation, and business impact and improvement. Let's get into the project planning. So some pain points that we identified from the hospital, firstly, they weren't able to see the data in a presentable way, which made it really difficult for them to make informed decisions without being able to visualize it. Second, they wanted to reduce making mistakes by entering records manually. Third, they felt that they had an inefficient appointment scheduling process. I noticed that the staff seemed a little flustered with trying to reach everyone's calls and get to everyone on time. So they wanted to try and make that more efficient. And fourth, they felt that they had been completing their administrative tasks a little inefficiently. And lastly, they wanted to increase their visibility into their payment statuses. So the objective of this presentation is to create an application that would help reduce these pain points and possibly eliminate them. So this is our project schedule. We had 3 phases of our tasks. The first one was planning, in which we defined our project scope and plan and researched our tools. Second phase was documentation. This part basically entailed the bulk of the actual app creation, which is why it took the longest and had the most steps, which were creating models, defining data dictionaries, specifying business constraints, creating entities, designing our ERD, designing columns and layout, defining columns and data types, populating our database, importing the data, inserting the data, creating workflows and automation, showing business improvements, developing entity management system, implementing reporting, integrating views, and then adding visual elements to the interface. And lastly, we tested the app's functionality, made adjustments as needed, and then launched. So onto our system design and documentation. This is our context diagram. So as you can see, patients, doctors, and management are able to input information into our application from which they can manage their inventory, add, update, delete, and view, generate key performance indicators, see patient, doctor, and staff information, manage appointment schedules, and also see and manage billing information. This is our entity relationship diagram. We have 8 tables here, which are doctor, medical records, staff, billing, patient, department, appointment, and inventory. Now Masoom will be demonstrating our application.
Thank you, Ria. Hope you are able to see my screen. Here we have added different tables like department, doctor, patient, staff, inventory, appointment, medical records, and billing table. Here in the doctor table, we added different fields, and for some fields, we also added a business constraints like required and unique. And we created these pages to make our website visible in for our website. We created some public pages and some private pages. As you can see, dashboard is a private page. Only manager can access this page, and we also added some user roles here: manager, admin, and doctors, where manager can see all this information, and admin also can see all the information, but but they are not able to see the dashboards. And we created doctors roles for, and the doctors only able to see the patient's information and their medical records. Now let me go to our live app demo. So as you can see, this is our home page where we added logo and name of the hospital. Now you are only able to see three.
We're not seeing that page. Maybe you need to reach.
Oh.
We're seeing your neck page, not your application.
Now can you?
Yes.
Oh. So this is our home page where we added a logo and the name of the hospital. So in the navigation bar, now you are only able to see three pages. Once I log into other accounts like a doctor and admin and manager, you will be able to see other pages. Here in the home page, we added a shortcut buttons like sign in, find a doctor. Users can easily access these pages by clicking on those pages. So here, these are the doctor's information. Patients can see the doctors, all the doctors with their specialty. And under the appointments, we have a schedule and appointment page where patient can schedule their appointments. And once they submit this form, instantly it will be appear in this grid view. And only patients can, so this is a public page, so only patients can view their appointments, but they are not able to edit anything. Also, under the appointments, we have a view appointment page where we added a calendar view for this, and we use different colors for the different appointment types. By clicking on any of these, patients can able to see their appointment details. And also by clicking on any of dates, they are also able to schedule their appointments. And once they submit, their data will be shown in the grid view. Here in the doctor's page, we have a physician information page where patient can see all the doctor's information. Now let me log in with the manager account where you can see all our pages. Now you are able to see all the pages in the navigation bar. In the appointments, we have a manage appointment page where admin and management can get all this information, and they are also able to edit this information.
and they are also able to delete these records by clicking on the delete buttons, and they can get all these details by clicking on the view. We also added inline editing capability. So you, by clicking on any cell, you are able to edit this cell. And we also added export button, so a manager or admin can download these records in the CSV file or the JSON format. In the Add Doctors page, we can add doctor's information here by filling out this form, and once you submit this form, instantly all information will be visible here. And also this is the different view of the all information, where you can see all the information about these doctors, and you are able to edit, view and delete these records. In the patient, we have add patient page, where admin or management can add this information about this patient, and it will and once they submit this information, they are able to see the information will be instantly added to this grid view. And we have all patient page, where they can manage all this patient record, and they are also able to edit, view and delete these records. And inside the patient, we have a view medical records page, where doctors and admins can see all the patient's records, and they are also able to edit, view and delete this information. Inside the staff, we have add staff page, where they can add staff information by filling out these all fields, and the staff information will be added here once they submit all this information. And in the all staff page, where we added all the information about the staff, and also we added inline editing capability, and you are also able to delete this information. In the manage inventory page, we add a page here where you can add any new item here by submitting this form, and it will be instantly appear here in this grid view. And you are also able to change the quantity and the expiration date here by clicking on these cells, and you are also able to delete any entry. And in the billing information page, where we can add any billing details here, and you are also able to see all the billing information here, and you are also able to edit, view and delete this information. And now in the dashboard, we added different reports here. So here you can see this we added a bar chart here for the number of appointments per doctor. As you can see here, Dr. Kevin has the number most appointments. And also we have bar chart for the number of appointments by department, which is showing which department has the most appointments. And also we added a pie chart for the appointments by type, where you can see which regular checkup has the most of 18.6% appointments. And right next to it, we have a payment status pie chart, where we can see that how many patients paid their bills. And we also added a pivot table here for the number of appointments by their counts.
And you are also able to see all the counts for the different appointment types, and you are also able to see a total number of appointment here. And right next to it we have a pie chart here where we can see the payment method per patient, where you are able to see most patient paid by the credit cards. And now we have a bar chart for the number of doctors by department, where you can see primary care department has the most doctor, and right next to it we have a staff by departments, where you can see primary care department has the most number of the staff members. Now it's all about this dashboard. Based on these dashboard reports, manager can get insights from these reports and take their business decisions. Thank you, and I hand it over to Ria. So she will explain more about PPT.
Thank you, Masoom, for sharing our live demo of the app. So as Masoom showed, we had a couple of tables. For our patients table, here's our data dictionary for that. And this is our data dictionary for our doctors table. So we used unique, required, check, and default constraints in our fields. And so now moving on to our business impact and improvement. So as I had mentioned in the pain points slide, they had 5 things that they wanted to cover. So the first one, we decided that we wanted to enhance data visualization, and we did that by introducing an interactive dashboard that did real-time data updates, which would allow them to make better decisions based on their analyses from the charts. Second, they wanted to increase their data accuracy, so we added automatic record updates to reduce the number of manual errors and also enhance their data integrity. Third, optimizing appointment management. So for that, we integrated online appointment scheduling and tracking features to make the scheduling process more efficient. Fourth, improving administrative efficiency. So we automated administrative tasks such as patient registration, billing, staff management, medical record retrieval, and inventory maintenance. And lastly, we had to enhance payment status visibility for the billing department. So we introduced tools that would allow them to see more insight into the payment statuses, which would allow them to make better decisions in their financial management. So these were the project tools that we used. We used SQL DBM, Excel, Tom's Planner, Knack, Canva, Macaru, WhatsApp, and PowerPoint. So we had 3 key challenges in this project. The first was timing. A lot of us had other obligations outside of our project, so it was really hard to try and coordinate a time that worked well for everyone. We also had multiple projects ongoing, so sometimes it was hard to choose time to allocate for this project or the other. And we also had issues retrieving the data. Since this is a hypothetical situation, we didn't really have real data to work with. So what we found were good solutions for these issues were communicating in our WhatsApp group chat so that we were able to schedule a time that worked well for most of the members, if not everyone. And also, if someone was unable to make the previous meeting, they'd be filled in so that when we have another one, no one was falling behind. We also split up tasks so that our project was not falling behind and we didn't end up procrastinating at the end. And we also used our Macaru data generator to help us come up with some dummy data that we can use in our project. That is all for our presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll now be opening up the floor for some questions.
First of all, excellent slides, presentations, and group teamwork. So, Masoom, this question for you, because this seems like your first project. So how do you feel after successfully completing this project?
I feel very good because before the presentation, I was very nervous about it, but now completing successfully, I will feel good.
Very good. So
and
Ria,
also, I like to work with Ria. She's very helping person.
Indeed. So Ria, like you have been doing quite a good projects now. I know you joined this group a little bit late. How did you, motivate your team and planning for success?
So when I joined the group, actually, I joined a little bit late, but initially we were just working on the homework assignment. So that helped me connect with our group members more. And over time, it just became easier to coordinate with each other. So I think that everybody was kind of just motivating each other throughout that.
Very good. So first of all, your slides are excellent. Excellent slides, good presentations. Your voice is very clear. You have all characteristics as a business knowledge / project manager. So when you work in this data, right, what kind of key learnings you gain, Ria, from this project?
As a business analyst?
Yes.
I think for me, it was really helpful to see the work that goes into it, because I think it's important as the analyst to be able to know what steps go into actually making a project. This is the first time I actually got to experience that. So being able to know what steps are involved, it helps me now track it in the future if I had another project to work like this.
Very good. And Masum, I know other team members are here but not speaking. So the question is, I know you mentioned some challenges like people are working or they have timing issues or multiple projects. So how did you navigate, Masum? Because sometimes you might be communicating, you did not get response, maybe frustrated, but you still keep up the project work. So could you walk us through, like, what are the challenges you had and how you navigate?
First, we start a project work. I'm not getting any reply from some team members, but now we starting work on the project. We did our first meeting, then then we decided to work on this project. Then I and Ria always do a Zoom meeting and discuss about the project, and we design our application